Hello and welcome back to the IPL Season 4 Grand Finals, Round 1. I'm just going to show you Round 1 because Round 2 seems very odd and I was unable to actually procure all 3 games, or 4. I think there might have been 4. The 2 players will be Squirtle, spawning as the red Protoss here in the 8 o'clock position here. The map is, I am unsure of the map's name, but it's very similar to Dual Side, so I'll probably accidentally call it Dual Side if I ever say anything like that, but I know it's not because of this up here isn't even connected to this, so, and the other player is going to be aLive. So here we have already an interesting, he's spawning as the blue Terran in the 2 o'clock position. As it were. Already an interesting matchup here just because it is the Grand Finals. Also, it is Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. If you're fathers right now and watching this, happy Father's Day to you. And if you're not watching this, happy Father's Day to you. Now, a very standard opening here from aLive. Gonna throw down that barracks in the front and possibly get a second, throw down a second depot here before the probe arrives. No, actually gonna go for a second barracks here on the low ground. This is interesting play here, and he, Squirtle needs to spot this if he ever plans on holding it off, because the 2 racks, this is basically a proxy rack right here. What he's going to do is he's going to lift it off and put it on the low ground, and that is something that is very deadly. It closes the distance, but maybe Squirtle knows something's up. He doesn't see the... Oh, he does. He does see the the depot go down, so he knows nothing's really up. The Marine's out, and he's going to start pushing forward on the map. This SCV might just throw down a bunker right here at the base of the ramp, because I figure there, if he throws it up here, then there's really nothing he can do. He's probably going to throw it, yes, he starts chrono boosting out that stalker. Doesn't want that scouting information from that SCV to do any sort of harass. Now aLive is backing up. He's gonna throw down that bunker, maybe at the ramp. What is he gonna do here? I'm interested to see. He's backing that SCV up just so it doesn't get scouted by the stalker that just popped. And the stalker is going to search, and he might just find this probe or the SCV, and he does find the SCV, which means that this is. Oh no! He has some cheese of his own. Squirtle has thrown down a Stargate, a proxy Stargate here. Wow, this is absolutely ridiculous. Both players going for some cheesy style of play. And, oh, he spots it. aLive spots the Stargate. So now all he has to do is focus down this pylon. The stalker, though, is on the way, and he could clean that up. A bunch of SCVs and Marines are on the way here for aLive. And aLive knows he has to deal with this, and the Stargate gets canceled. The Stalker not taking damage quite yet. He's taking a little hull damage. No, he's gonna lose this pylon too. That was a big investment, and he might have just lost it. We'll see if aLive can micro past this Stalker though, and take this pylon down. Yes, he's low on his hit points, so he doesn't want to lose that first Stalker. He's now taking an expansion, and he's far behind now. These Marines could push up into this base and do a lot of trouble. With this second sentry here, now I think he's good for now, and this Stalker getting chased down by these Marines could even get sandwiched in here. No, a Marine goes back the other way, and yes, he is just going to push in forward. Oh, the Marines are still able to get through. The force fields weren't good enough, and he might just take this game right here and now. He might force the Nexus to cancel, and now the Stalker is going to go down as well. back here making sure that he doesn't get away. And now, Squirtle is on the ropes. He's building a 5th gateway, and he's about to lose this Nexus. He needed to save this Nexus, but he didn't. And that means that aLive is able to safely expand off of this. Not enough Stalkers here to deal with this. And the Nexus, does it go down? Yes, it does go down. SCV is pulled off the line. And this is his last hope here. If he wants to deal with this, he might be able to fend this off. Oh, almost getting that sentry. But so much economic damage was done here that he might have just lost the game. A lot of blood there. Need to clean that up with the rain. Now there's 1 sentry. No, warping in 3 more sentries so he doesn't make another mistake like that again. It was a huge mistake letting those Marines in there. And this is going to be an interesting game. If Squirtle somehow survives, that SCV not surviving, however, thinking, oh, I'm safe, not really, and now the Marines gonna get into the bunker, and something that the Protoss player can do, something that Squirtle can do right now to save himself, is to get Blink Stalkers. Because on this map, Blink Stalkers are so powerful, you can, especially when the Terran player takes this expansion, he's spread out. The distance between here and his main base is huge. The Protoss player can just walk back here and blink up if he wants to. Now aLive deciding to throw down the depot. I don't blame him, because Blink Stalkers on this map are highly favored. Most people do that. Armor level 1 is on the way. He doesn't have attack 1, which could do something against Terran. I think armor is okay, but attack is the best. Now you need to tear through those forces. We'll see if he's able to do this. Opting to go for the Twilight Council, and that could mean one of 2 things: Blink or High Templar. Well, okay, one of many things. This is his tech path right here. I'm figuring he's going to go for Blink Stalkers. He might, yes, I mean, he just goes for that, yes. A sizable force here. Or aLive, gonna split them into 2 groups here so he doesn't show off his entire force. I'm not sure what they're doing. These Stalkers are going to get cleaned up though. Possibly no. If he gets flanked, he could lose these 2 Stalkers as well. Now the Stalkers trying desperately to get out of there, but no, there's nothing they can do. 4 more Stalkers here, deciding to go for Zealot Legs instead, Zealot Charge, and I'm not sure. Oh, a huge stem, and then blocked off with the force fields here. More sentries on the way. aLive is trying to end this right now. Honestly, Squirtle should have been shooting that entire time if he could have. I don't think aLive had vision of the high ground, and he needs to have huge force fields. But no, more Marines get in here, picking up sentries. One sentry goes down, but that's it. Squirtle able to keep his sentries alive. Now, a few Marines stemming forward, and a space. A gap in the wall again. Gonna prove disastrous here for Squirtle. His force fields have been awful this game, and now he's expanding off of this. Squirtle gonna try to work in some guys in the back if he ever gets off the back foot. Probes pulled off the line, and probes are terrible against Marauders. The Marauders doing so much DPS here, but aLive is forced to back out. The force fields were bad, but not bad enough. Now some reinforcements have arrived. He might just go straight into medevac play, and that could be game over, because once the force fields go down and then he just shuttles them up here, there's nothing he can do. He's just hiding back here now, and Squirtle is in a lot of trouble. This force looks really dangerous. The charge lots have complete though, however. But even more reinforcements have arrived, and even Medivacs moving out on the field. Gonna do everything that he possibly can. Trying not to get too many forces trapped up in here, and he might just wait for the Medivacs and then load up and drop in the back of the base. Storm is on the way, however. aLive is gonna be landing his factory right here. Where is his factory? It is way over here. We'll see what he decides to do. He's creating his own force field right here for his opponent. Kind of trying to change his position here. And now Squirtle's moving out. I don't think I agree with that because the drop is here and he could unpower this before Storm finishes, and that could be the end of the day right there. He's now wasting his time shooting these gateways, but he can't do anything here. He's busy right here, but nothing that Squirtle can do can save him right now. He's getting attacked on two fronts. And he has the GG. If he did a GG there, then his entire production ability would be completely destroyed. This has been game number 1. I will be back soon with game number 2. This has been Pro Newbie Force 5.